told his poor father to give him his fortune, and away to a foreign land he went. Wild night, bottles of red wine, music and dancing, what a good time he had till his money was spent. Then lost and alone and without any money, he sought a way to earn his bread. All day long, asking door to door, wasn't there anything they needed him for a meal and a place for his head. But the rains didn't come, and the crops in that country in the fields grew withered and died. The wells were dry, the granaries empty, the people went hungry, and wherever he went he begged food, but was always denied. Then he joined himself to a man of that country to work for him feeding his swine. All day long he watched the pigs eat, and thought their dry corn husks looked wholesome and sweet, for his poor belly ached all the time. Then he came to his senses and thought of his father and the terrible folly he'd done. Everyone there has bread and to spare, his hired men have houses and soft clothes to wear, unlike his poor starving young son. I'll go to my father and say that I'm sorry, apologize for what I've done. I can't ask forgiveness, that's too much to ask, I'm not worthy to be called his son. But I'll see dear old places, familiar old faces, I'll wait at the table at feasts. If I heed each order as well as I'm able, perhaps I'll deserve that at least. And so he arose to return to his father, but he didn't remember the way. Hard roads, sleet, rain and thunder, he ate herbs and berries, but still he grew hungrier and scrawnier day after day. Whenever he passed by a town or a tavern, he asked for directions and news. Some gave advice, but it didn't agree. More thought him crazy and mocked and made free with the fool with the holes in his shoes. This drunkard, this dreamer, this fantasy weaver, what wonderful tales he tells. He's dreamed up a country of goodwill and plenty, we wish we could see it ourselves. And he's a nobleman's son, and they mocked and made fun, for his clothes were all tattered and torn. Come bow, genuflect, we must show due respect. And they beat him and laughed him to scorn. When his body was failing, his quest unavailing, he doubted his father's house was real. Now it seemed it had all but a dream, his fancy's invention to stop him from seeing that the world is a mask worn by hell. Then suddenly towards him an old man came running, his long white beard flapping like a sail. He cried for joy, "Oh, my dear boy," and embraced his clothing all ragged and soiled, his body thin, haggard and pale. Then the youth started to make his confession, "I have sinned in heaven's sight and in yours. I don't deserve to be called your son." But his father interrupted him ere he was done to call all of his servants from chores. Come, bring out the best robe, put a ring on his finger, and clothe him with raiment so fine. Call trumpeters, harpers, and dancers and singers, bring out the best meat and best wine. Let every voice shout hurrah and rejoice. Let the air fill with jubilant sounds. My son who was dead is now risen again. He was lost and now he is found. The gates were flung open, and we too may hope that when life's toilsome journey is done, we too may be welcomed through and hear the angelic host sing hallelujah to welcome the prodigal son.